What up, everyone? I'm Rich Mays Lopez.
And I'm Brendan Dunn, news editor at Soul Collector.
I'm Matt Welty, editor at Complex Sneakers.
And this is Full Size Run Show, your weekly dose of everything you need to know about this week in sneakers. Let's get into it, Brendan.
First thing I want to talk about is the news section, all the sneaker news that happened in the past week or so. Right away, Ken Link, a Nike designer of 22 years, who most recently held the title of design director. I think he was at Jordan Brand most recently. He just left at the end of October. He posted on his personal Instagram account, and he is headed to Adidas. Basically, he updated his LinkedIn page with this mention of / which is obviously Adidas. He's wearing Ultra Boost here in this picture. So this Nike designer of a long time, who's been involved with a lot of important models, designed LeBron's 2 through 6, is now at Adidas. Basically, he wouldn't go on the record for a comment, which I understand, but it's listed that his job there will be the design VP for basketball.
I just think like the exodus from Nike to Adidas is continuing.
Yeah.
Like it didn't stop at the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
It's now Ken Link.
Yeah.
And Ken Link, like you said, LeBron, then I think he went to Nike training.
Right.
Then he ended up at Jordan.
Yeah,
And
little
now
known
back.
fact, he did the Zoom Rebus. He was involved in that.
Yes,
That's
that was
right
at
as
Nike
well.
training. That was the
Yeah.
Nike
Yeah.
training. And now he's back in basketball at Adidas.
And this comes after Tiffany Beers left.
That's right.
This summer, Tiffany Beers did not go to Adidas. Tiffany Beers, a senior Nike innovator who was involved in such important projects as the Nike Mag and the Hyper Adapt, and she left to go to Tesla. So we're assuming this is kind of connected to the general state of Nike right now. A bit stagnant,
Yeah.
sales slump, stock not doing great.
Feels like they want to shake things up a bit too,
Nike does?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sounds like it's a weird time at Nike right now. And I think, some of that is layoffs and some of that is people just wanting to go somewhere else where the grass may appear greener.
Okay. Brennan, what was the second piece of that? The sales increase for Adidas. What was the
They
official?
just posted a 31% jump in North America for the last quarter.
I think Adidas has been doing well more on like the mainstream level.
Okay.
We're not talking about like
What we're into.
energy footwear
Sure, okay.
footwear projects, but when you talk about just the average consumer who's going into Foot Locker, I think Adidas is doing really well.
Welty, what do we talk about next?
Next, we are going into a little bit of an embarrassing situation that
Yes.
happened that maybe had been some damage control. Earlier this week or past weekend, you had Stormzy, grime artist out of the UK, who is an Adidas endorser. He did a performance at the EMAs, the European Music Awards, for those who don't know, and he wore the Beluga 2.0 Yeezys,
Okay.
and he got called out by Yeezy Mafia online. Yeezy Mafia said, "Don't blame Stormzy. He probably doesn't know since fakes are really accurate nowadays. Just sharing knowledge, no hate."
And Stormzy said back, "I'm a big fucking man to be wearing fake crepes."
Yeah.
He also suggested that Yeezy Mafia, quote, "suck your mum and delete your account whilst you're at it."
WTF is a Yeezy expert. Bruv, just fuck off and come back with your apology when you've realized, spelt with an S because he's British, your error. Yeezy Mafia tried to get Yeezy Busta involved in this.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of Yeezy gang shit.
Yeah, it was
Basically,
gang.
The problem, they were saying that the shape was not quite right, the heel shape wasn't right, and then when Stormzy responded and posted photos of the box, they said that the sticker did not match those of authentic
But-
European pairs.
We've also, you said on the show recently that Yeezy Mafia been a little hit or miss with some of the
Yeah,
info
Yeezy
lately.
Mafia has been wrong plenty of
So
times.
everyone is suspect now. Everyone's a
I don't know
suspect.
who to trust.
But John Wexler, head of entertainment marketing at Adidas, so he is the person who would be giving Stormzy the sneakers, conceivably.
Maybe that's where your pair went.
Yeah, my pair went to Stormzy. He said...
You're a big fucking man, too.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, "Huge shout out to Stormzy for always showing # Team Adidas. So much love. # Adidas family since day one. Shoes 100% real."
Yeah. I think everyone needs more people. Like, I don't. First of all, I think this is corny as shit, too.
Do you
This
think
whole shit's
anyone
corny as
should
fuck.
delete their account whilst they're at
I think
it?
everyone should. I think we should all delete each other. Like everything. We should delete the internet after this. I mean, this is the corniest shit to me. Why are we even doing this? Why are we like actively calling out people for wearing fakes and then Wex has to come to this dude's rescue? Shout out to Stormzy and Wex. Why are we doing this, man? This shit's corny as fuck. This shit not corny to you? This shit's not corny to you?
I thought it was hilarious. I'm surprised. I think that Stormzy should have just never responded, which I think
There we
maybe
go. Exactly.
I think maybe he came to that
Exactly.
realization eventually,
Yeah.
and then that's why he deleted all
A
the
guy
tweets.
on
I
his
don't know.
level that is an endorsed by Adidas, performing at the EMA, should be like,
Do not engage.
yeah, leave me the fuck alone, you cornball. Like, you know what I mean? And Wex should not have to. What was it that you said that he did?
He had to verify Storm.
I know, but he said he had a specific thing
You
that
said-
he did.
you said it was
Damage
damage
control.
control.
Damage control.
Yeah.
Wex of all people should also be like, fuck all these guys, man. Fuck the damage control. Wex is way above that, in my personal opinion, to be engaging these guys. You know, that's.
But not above engaging with us. Just so we're clear.
But definitely above sending us stuff. But there are actually 3 real Yeezys dropping soon. Is that correct, Welty?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't be so excited about it. Come on. Give the people what they want.
There's the McChicken pair this
Yeah.
weekend, right? On November 18th.
Yeah.
The Beluga 2.0 then releases on November 25th, I think it is. And then on December 16th, there is the blue tint Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2. Do we care about any of these? I think the
No.
blue tint is okay.
No.
The other two, I'm not feeling.
they suck.
No,
They suck.
they're
All
not
right,
good.
there you have it.
And,
Rich?
and we've had this discussion many times, but also most recently earlier today.
I think the gum sole is cool on the McChickens.
That's just terrible.
The only thing that's cool about
We
that
are calling those the McChickens, right?
Yeah.
I'm all in on that. The
In-
semi-frozen yellow pair, McChickens, McDonald's, please cut the check.
let's be real though. I heard that you had a little bit of a run-in with the McChicken before.
Actually, I was a big McChicken fan in high school. Big fan of the McDonald's dollar menu at the time, and I did once try to eat 20 McChickens.
That's disgusting.
What was the result? Did you win?
No,
Everybody
I mean
lost.
you lose no matter what
Yeah.
when you enter that situation. But I did eat 10.
Oh, damn, that's disgusting.
I did eat 10 McChickens, and I think I gave the rest to some seagulls.
Poor seagulls,
Shout out
dude.
to Jeff Staple.
Yo, but we have had this discussion, and I'm going to stand by it. I think that the semi-frozen yellow pair is the ugliest Yeezy by far.
Yeah,
I like the gum sole on it. I just like the fact that there's a Yeezy with a gum sole on it. That's
Okay.
it.
I think it's the worst Yeezy.
It's terrible.
All right.
It's absolutely terrible. So a lot of big baller headlines, as always, have been going on throughout the past 2 weeks. First was that LiAngelo Ball was caught shoplifting,
Allegedly.
in China. He was apparently with his UCLA teammates, and they were caught shoplifting at a Louis Vuitton store. That was the first headline. Then LeVar Ball was also out there, and he was giving out free sneakers.
He was doing some damage control himself.
Yeah, he was doing damage control.
They had a little big baller brand
Yeah.
pop up in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
right?
So LeVar's out there giving out free
Free big
sneakers.
balls.
One free pair.
My question is like,
One.
whose pre-ordered pair was that? Right?
Right,
Like,
right,
it's
right.
got to be a pre-ordered pair because they only made
They
as
only
many as
have
they
so many,
pre-ordered.
yeah.
So
Is it
someone
yours?
is not. Nah,
I don't
dude.
think they have a lot to
I don't
spare.
have no $4.95 for these pairs of sneakers. And then to put it all together, to put a silver lining on this, Keenan from SNL did an amazing LeVar Ball skit, which we can't use, right? We can't use that, unfortunately. Right?
Not
Okay.
going to be able to clear that one.
Look it up. But
But
Keenan
go to soulcollector.com. The video's there.
Keenan from SNL did an amazing skit poking fun at the ridiculousness that is LeVar Ball, but also ridiculousness of their pricing system when it comes to sneakers. What was it, 14,000?
Yeah, I didn't watch.
I believe it was
this yet.
$14,500.
I thought it was 1.5 million.
1.5 million.
I was
There
doing
we go.
other
It was
things on
1.5
Saturday
My,
night.
my decimal point was off.
But,
1.5 million.
I mean, it's all pretty safe to say that he would have sold that to pay for LiAngelo's bail, right?
Well, so apparently Donald Trump bailed him out, LiAngelo Ball. That's what I heard. Would you know about that? Or?
I mean,
Make big baller brand great again.
He seems like a MAGA guy.
Who?
LeVar.
LeVar Ball seems like a MAGA guy?
Yeah.
Based on what?
Telling women to stay in their lane.
I don't.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
God, Welty.
All right,
I don't know about that one.
Talking about sneakers that are actually releasing, Jordan Brand finally unveiled the Air Jordan 6 and Air Jordan 32 low Gatorade pairs. They already released the apparel a while back. These are releasing on December 16th. I believe we do have some pairs here in the full-size run studio,
In the flesh.
courtesy of the good folks at Jordan Brand. We do appreciate them sending these over. I do not appreciate them not answering my emails about the shoes, but we can discuss that later.
But at least they sent the product.
In
Shout out to our own Gerald Flores. Hit the
in a-
camera one
in
time
a
for them, G.
cooler,
Can we do a hip hop squat?
Soul Collector Editor-in-Chief Gerald Flores.
Bam!
By the way, Gatorade, you have to pay for this next time, but you're getting away
This
here.
one's free.
Welty, do you
This
mind?
one's free.
I know Welty doesn't like to hold Jordans unless he absolutely
Are your
has
hands gonna
to,
burn?
But,
Yeah. I'm gonna turn-
this is a shoe that people, thank you, a shoe that people have thought was happening for many, many years
Yes,
now.
and I'm going to talk about it. I want
Please
to talk
do.
about it. Can I see the 32 low, please?
This
There we
is
go.
officially created in partnership with Gatorade. I think they're actually calling them the Like Mike.
You also have the.
The jacket, the coach's jacket, yeah.
Welty, would you wear that?
No, because it has a Jumpman logo on it.
All right, fair enough.
Yo, is that deep? Holy moly. Anyway, you know, we always talk about how Jordan Brand does these like thinly veiled pseudo collaborations with people. That it's like, oh, this is the whatever it is.
Yeah,
Jordan
inspired
2.
by.
No, I had no idea. This really surprised me.
This is real.
No, but
this is a Gatorade collaboration. That is dope.
It surprised me.
Yeah.
Out of anything when it
You were surprised.
Yeah, no, 100% on that.
So here's the situation, and I've talked about this before. So I finally want to get this fucking thing. Off my chest.
Okay.
So in 2007, I believe, sneakerfiles.com. You guys remember that site?
I think it's still up.
Is it still up? Does it still
I
exist?
try not to think about that site more than I have to.
Sneakerfiles.com posted a Photoshop with the headline of something that went along the lines of like Gatorade 6s are coming soon. This was 2007. This sneaker is coming out finally 10 years later. At the time when they posted that, it sent the entire sneaker world into a frenzy. Everyone couldn't wait for
You know what's funny
Gatorade
about that
6s?
10-year span is that's about how long it takes Jordan Brand to answer an email from me.
Oh, is that right? In addition to this Jordan news, big news, at least in my opinion, hit this week that Jordan is teaming up with Oklahoma, or the University of Oklahoma, and the Sooners football program.
And basketball team.
And basketball, yeah. But more importantly to me is the football deal.
Yeah.
And Jordan will be the official sponsor of Oklahoma starting next year. I think this is more of Jordan trying its best to break through that glass ceiling of just being an urban basketball brand whose face is obviously Michael Jordan, right? I mean, we talk about this every week. That
I don't fucking care, dude.
All right. Well, he's done. What do you think? What do you think, Brendan?
I don't care about it too much more than Welty does, but yeah, I mean they're a big
But
part
if it
of
was Oregon Ducks, you'd care.
slightly. Go Ducks.
Oklahoma's boring as fuck. Boring ass state.
All right, less boring than that. Big fights this weekend over sneakers. Some botched releases.
I think that this weekend was the worst weekend that I can remember.
This was the wildest weekend.
Wild, worst, whatever you want to call it. It was terrible.
My weekend was wild outside of sneakers. But first thing we want to talk about, we're going to play
You
this.
lit off the quinoa?
This clip, I was. This clip real quick. This is in New York City at Concepts, I believe, for the
Yeah.
Was
Pharrell
this verified to be at Concepts?
NMD release. Pretty
outta
certain.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go ahead and roll the
It's
clip.
making me itch.
So we have young men fighting over shoes.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely Concepts.
Some other gentlemen jump in.
The best part of this is the guy who comes out with no shirt on, and it was cold this weekend.
Yeah, it was quite cold. People were sleeping.
with the cookie boots, with the polo cookie boots.
Yeah, he's not playing around. This is bad.
Yo, if a dude shows up with no shirt and cookie boots and throws hands at you, what are you doing? What are we doing?
I'm not.
The best part of this video coming
You
up
keep
is
on saying the best part.
Yo, when
I
this
haven't seen
dude when this dude grabs
good
the
part of this video
he
yet.
grabs the chair and swings it like a baseball bat.
This to me is.
Sound like he hit someone too.
Also, I think after this, Adidas basically tweeted out that they were canceling all the in-store releases for that shoe for New York City, and then Nike had a mess up of its own.
Huge.
With the 10-pack, they tried to release them on Twitter via the draw. They said on Wednesday that they were going to release them on Thursday. Is that what it was? Or I don't know if I have the dates quite right, but basically they had the time off by an hour. They never deleted that tweet. Eventually they tweeted them out at 6 p.m. when it was supposed to be 5 p.m. But it was like you wouldn't have known that the time was changed unless you were adding them. And then they finally did. I'm not done because this is a long saga.
I mean, you are done.
I'm always done. They did tweet out the link, and then the link was broken, and then eventually I decided, fuck it, we're going to throw them on sneakers somewhere down the line. A Nike person reached out to us and said, quote, due to technical issues caused by overwhelming demand for the 10 collection, we have made the decision to cancel the online draw. We apologize for any inconvenience. Those looking to purchase the shoes from the collection will have the opportunity to do so via the sneakers app at a later date. No word on that date other than very soon.
Here's the thing, is like it was an online release, and I expect kind of the server overload with something like this, you know, because it's the most anticipated release of the year.
I don't. Like, Nike has to figure this shit out. Like, they've been doing this stuff for a long fucking time, man.
But I think the bigger issue is that when you talk about that fight, right, at Concepts, and it's like you've seen, this stuff happens in the past, right? Like fights have happened at sneaker releases.
Sure.
I think that this is probably like the craziest fight we've ever witnessed at a sneaker release, right?
I don't know about that because I think the one that we saw in the Jordan, if you guys remember the Jordan 11 mall where they were
Yeah,
like,
no, I
Yeah.
think that I
that
still
was wild.
In recent memory, this one.
But I
definitely
still
stands
think
out.
that there was a bit like there was more people involved in that fight. Like
Okay.
the Jordan 11 one was like one dude like swinging the metal
Mannequin,
thing.
yeah.
But it's gotten to the point, we saw it at Complex Con, too, where it's like a lot of brands are trying to play fuck shit on these releases to intentionally escalate the situation and make it worse. Like people realize the resale game and the hype game has like gotten to an unforeseen level at this point, right? But then again, at the same time, it's like the brands are trying to play into that.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they just mishandle these things. Like for this concepts thing, and I think for a lot of the New York City releases, and people have complained about this on Twitter, but for these Pharrell NMDs is that they were first come, first serve. And it's just like, this stuff is at such a fever pitch now that you have to have a more organized way than just telling kids to line up out in front of the store.
Yeah, I mean, I had an interview earlier this week with James Bond from Undefeated, co-founder. He had a conversation about the Complex Con release and the Undefeated, as everyone knows, the Complex Con Undefeated Air Max 97 release got shut down the first day. Literally, they could not release the shoes, and he told me that, he goes, they hit me up about it, I wasn't there, I came through on Sunday, and he goes, I don't want to see anyone get jacked for their shoes. He's like, I want to keep the kids safe, but doing, as he said, they only did 400 pairs of that, the Undefeated Air Max 97. If you do that, you're almost asking for it.
Yeah, but I mean, I agree with what everyone's saying here, but it's like a both sides argument basically. Like we're all both siding the shit out of this. Like it's the brand's fault. No, it's the collaborator's fault. No, it's the
Kids'
the retailer's fault. No, it's the kid's fault. No, it's the reseller's fault. Like it's everybody's fault. Like
I think it's
there's
the
a lot of
brand's
fault to
fault,
go
and I
around.
think it's the store's fault.
You think it's the brand's fault in that the brand should.
Work with the stores to figure out the right way to release the
Okay,
shoes.
but then that I agree with you there. But the common argument is also always that the brand should make more pairs. That's an argument that I don't believe in.
I don't believe in that either.
But you say that the brand should make more pairs.
I think so, and it's not just like, hey, you're not making enough pairs, but when you center all your energy in a brand almost around one release that's under 1,000 pairs of sneakers, you're asking for your shit to get fucking smashed. It's just going to
But
happen.
from a retailer or from a brand?
Both.
Okay,
You're,
okay.
you're just asking for it. If
I
you
think there's ways to
if you
handle
put
it.
your biggest marketing energy basically behind
Sure.
something that's not a moneymaker, you're asking to get destroyed on release day.
So then, if you're saying that, and then you're saying it's the brands and retailers' fault, and then okay, cool. So let's put it online, and then that happens with the Nike the 10 raffle.
I still think they should figure out a way to handle that sort of traffic. Like, I mean, Nike's, I don't think that much traffic that they saw from that could have been too much higher than what it's been for big releases.
Okay,
in the
so let's
past.
say they get the best servers known to man from NASA. What are they gonna do about the bots?
I mean, it's not really my decision to figure out how to solve it totally, but I think something like in-store signups, you
Okay.
know, where you have people's ID and then you call them back. Like, I think that's a fine solution. I think an online system where you restrict who can sign up for an account by having them sign up in person is another.
Sign up in person for an online account?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think there's ways to solve it. I just don't think that, and I think there have been plenty of releases from these big brands or big collaborators, that have gone smoothly, but these aren't great examples. I want to say one more thing, though, that we can't act like we're not a part of that, because
No, I
we
get it.
feed into that fuck shit and we help people access that quote unquote fuck shit. And a lot of what we do is based on
Wait,
these
how do we
limited
help people
sneakers, so-
access that? Because I would like some fuck shit. I didn't get any fuck shit last weekend.
You can look at the
got
camera
caught
again.
up-
You can look at the camera again and complain about how you didn't get any.
I didn't get anything last weekend. I'd fucking tried. Fuck you guys with the bots, because I couldn't get shit online.
There you
and
go.
I'm not about to be outside of Concepts fucking throwing hands with a dude with no shirt on, cookie boots. Like, you're not gonna catch me out
All
there.
right. Let's
So-
let's talk about more stuff making us upset.
Wait, but I just wanted to say one more thing. This is in all seriousness. I know we like to have fun here and shit like that, but there is no pair of sneakers in the world that anyone could ever create that is worth getting hurt over, losing your life, or ending up in jail. Period.
We're gonna talk about the best and worst things that we saw on the internet this week.
I feel like you're gonna be passionate about this one.
Unfortunately, there was a lot of just the worst, or
Yes.
fortunately. The shoe surgeon made a pair of custom sneakers,
Yes.
which he's known to do
Yes.
for Drake, which was a big thing, right?
Yes.
Big deal.
The idea was, the execution.
The concept?
Yeah, the
You
concept.
like the concept.
I don't like the concept.
You don't like anything about it.
Anyways, he made a fucking Stone Island Air Jordan 12, and it's fucking atrocious.
Break it down for me though.
Stone Island and Air Jordan just should never be together. Like, let's.
But how about when Drake rocks Stone Island
No.
from head to toe and then J's?
No, fuck that. It's whack.
No, it's whack?
Whack.
Personally offensive.
Okay.
Personally offensive.
Okay.
It's whack.
What should he be rocking? Some crepes?
You should be wearing some, Drake really should be wearing some Adidas, but
Okay.
If you want
In all seriousness.
if you want to do it, but I think it was basically a crime against the jacket that it got destructed and fucking made into this fucking awful sneaker. And he put the patch.
Oh, flex one
Got the
time.
patch on.
On the back and a pair of Stone Island jeans, and he put a fucking booty on the top, so he made it into a sock shoe.
This is like your worst nightmare, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's a sock Air Jordan Stone Island. This is.
If they were on the goal to trigger me, they did it.
Mission accomplished.
Speaking of a wildly offensive potential collaboration, this is my
Yeah.
Stone Island X
Yeah.
something. Earlier today, I believe, or maybe late last night, depending on what time zone you're in, the Yeezy Mafia posted a potential, because we don't know if it's been confirmed yet, collaboration between a bathing ape and Dame Lillard's Adidas Dame 4.
Hot fucking garbage.
This, oh my God.
I'm just surprised that Adidas came up with a Bape sneaker that you would not buy. I don't know how they did that.
They did that first with the NMDs. This is the ultimate test of let's throw Bape branding on anything and see if it fucking sells.
And it's gonna sell.
What?
It's gonna sell.
I don't
If this
think a
does
Bape
happen,
Dame
do you
4
think
is
this
gonna
will
sell?
sell?
This is terrible.
We should bet a McChicken on it right now.
My thing is
Dame
listen,
Lillard's
we've spoken about this, Will. We already know that Bape is like a licensing deal at this point. It's not like what it used to be.
Yeah, but I think the brand's come back extremely strong from its
Sure.
fall off
Yeah, it's
point.
But
in a
it's
good- it's in a good
footwear.
place
But
right
it's
now.
footwear collaborations going back to the K-Swiss joint.
You don't have those?
Really bad.
To be fair, that wasn't
Shout out to
Bape.
Gerald
That
Flores,
was Ape.
Putting Bape on a Dame 4 makes no sense. If you're gonna put it on anything, might have made more sense to put it on Harden's signature sneaker, because that makes more sense with Harden and Bape. Dame Lillard in and of himself is not a Bape dude, and I don't understand why we're putting Bape on performance basketball sneakers, man. This is terrible. This is bad, and the design sucks too.
My pick for the worst of the week, I think it actually happened at the end of last week, was ASAP Ferg wearing Air Force Ones, which in general I don't mind, but this is one of those situations where you have somebody who's being paid by a brand, who feels like they have to go all out for the brand, and then they make themselves look stupid. So basically at ComplexCon, ASAP Ferg was in the Adidas booth screaming, "Fuck Nike," which obviously you're only screaming that because Adidas is giving you a check. But then the next week you're wearing Nikes on your Instagram.
He's wearing the Travis Scott.
The Travis Scott Air
Yeah.
Force One Low. I just don't get it. I don't think, either you go all out with it or you don't, pretend that it's more than just them giving you a check. Fuck Nike. You know what I mean?
And, one of the weird points where this came up is that he did the sneaker shopping with Joe LaPuma, right? And then he announced that he has another Adidas collaboration coming on the way while he was wearing fucking V-Lone Air Force Ones.
On a lighter note, we do want to talk about our best this week. We do actually have something positive to talk about on the show today, and that was Kyrie Irving giving away
this was good.
his sneakers to some veterans who were in the building at the
Very
Barclays
good.
Center
Really good.
on Tuesday night.
This was the Sneaker Room
Yep.
X Nike Kyrie 3.
Yep.
We previously had spoken about it. Sneaker Room brought back the Air More Money with the breast cancer awareness donation pack. They said that when they had come to the office, they said they had something else coming on the way. This is a kind of a huge look to get a small boutique in Jersey City.
Huge.
Getting a collaboration on a Kyrie 3.
It's also dope that it's organic because Kyrie's from Jersey,
yeah.
and this was
Makes sense, right?
a mother's.
Unlike a Bape Dame Lillard shoe.
That's dope. In addition to the best and worst things we've seen this week, we may or may not be actually using our hard-earned cash, which is not very much, to cop some sneakers, but also drop some sneakers. My cop of the week is probably what you would expect Brendan's cop of the week to be, and that is a triple black Nike Zoom Fly. I still have not fully committed to Zoom Fly yet.
Do you have a pair of
I
Zoom
don't.
Flies
I got
yet?
a pair. I got the Chicagos, but they were a little too small. By the way, these run small in my personal opinion.
I go true to size on these.
Which is?
10.5.
But you're a 10 though, so.
But you also,
I'm a 10.5.
Let the record show that Brendan may or may not be.
Brendan doesn't know his shoe size.
We're going to bring a Brannick device. We'll bring a Brannick device.
I mean, Gerald could probably measure your feet on one of the episodes. Foot Locker veteran, right?
It's true.
Foot Locker
You
veteran.
better. You look at Foot Locker too, right?
Hey, I gotta keep my butt in the seat, bro.
All right.
So anyway, this sneaker, I like the concept of this sneaker. I haven't been able to really fully commit to it, but this one is good.
Commit to it. We'll go on a little 10-mile run or something.
Nope.
My cop of the
that.
week is a sneaker that I feel like I've discussed a number of times on the show, but I guess maybe not. It's finally coming out, the neon Nike Air Max 97. I have an OG pair of these that crumbled on me as soon as I tried to put them on, so looking forward to buying a pair at Foot Locker on the 17th.
At Foot Locker, is that a plug or? Sounded like one.
I mean, I gotta give cards. So.
Can we talk that? Brendan,
Let's talk about it.
Brendan's actually like a real influencer now.
I saw it.
Repeat that.
Hashtag ad.
Ad.
Right?
Brendan ad.
Brendan
Hashtag
Dunn is a real
ad.
influencer now.
Brendan Dunn may or may not have taken a check or some form of payment just to keep everything above.
And did disclose it.
Yes, kept everything above board to post a pair of these in a different colorway, but the colorway he got kind of sucks.
I disagree. In my totally unbiased opinion, it's a great shoe.
What are you copying, Moti?
I'm copying this
Surprise.
week. Yeah, surprise, but no, fuck you on this
It's
one.
an Adidas.
Yes, it is an Adidas, but this one is really good.
But the last four were not really good that you
They were
copped
pretty
already?
good.
Oh, okay.
They were pretty good.
is a
But
whole
this
new
one,
level.
the Dublin is coming back. But for those who don't know,
By the way, sorry to interrupt. I did totally guess in the dark that you would pick this shoe this week,
did.
and
Yeah.
I was right.
He did.
But yeah,
did.
no, you were. We had a conversation on the way to lunch.
You have a brand to stick to.
Yeah. But this shoe, size exclusive, but the Dublin, for those who don't know, who are into this sort of stuff, this is like the Space Jam of these sort of sneakers. People are already camped out in the UK, so the release is expected to be madness. I probably may not even be able to get a pair because they're going to sell out in 2 seconds.
Sorry, we're gonna miss it. My drop of the week is the Atmos Air Jordan Vapor 3. I'm just sick of seeing this shoe. I think it.
You don't think they're bleeding this Atmos thing to death at this point, dude?
I don't know. I saw it. I saw it at Complex Con on foot, and I thought it looked good.
Yeah? I mean,
I
I'm not
don't
saying it
know.
doesn't look good, but the Atmos thing is like,
Yeah, it's the connection there feels.
you've done it a couple times.
Yeah. All right. I think you guys agree on your drop of the week, right? Which I'm
Yeah,
also.
I think we all agree.
I'm also with
I
you
wish
on
I had a
this one.
McChicken sandwich just to throw in your face, and you might open up and try and eat it.
This semi-frozen yellow Yeezy Boost 350 V2 is not good. I don't care how limited
That's the
it
drop
is.
of the week, right?
This is
Gum sole is cool to me.
But when you put it together, okay. This is just a bad sneaker.
We
man.
were saying I think this is the worst
This is ugly.
Yeezy ever, Nike and Adidas, in my opinion.
Is this worse than all the Louis Vuitton stuff?
I think so.
Wait, the
Worse
Louis
than
Vuitton- some
S.
of the Louis Vuitton
Carter?
stuff.
Oh,
Well, that was an official Yeezy collab though.
that's a tough call.
This is just a really bad sneaker.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are hyped over this, I guess because it's super limited, but this
Yeah,
is,
according to Yeezy Mafia,
this
they're
is
the
not
most
good,
limited
man.
pair yet.
What would, if this is semi-frozen yellow, what would fully frozen yellow look like?
Your shirt, maybe?
probably would look more pissy. Probably would be like piss yellow.
All right. Before we get out of here for the day, we do want to dip into our mailbag and take some user-submitted questions. First person we have with a question is actually a former Soul Collector staffer and all-around good guy. Nick,
Also, former editor of Complex Sneakers.
yeah, Nick Engvall. He's asking what the last sneaker we paid retail for was. I think actually I don't know if Nick here is suggesting that we don't buy shoes at retail, because goddamn it, we do. I just bought the black Nike SB Pigeon Dunk at retail on the sneakers app like a civilian on Saturday.
Like a
on
plebe?
LTE. What's the last shoe you paid retail for, Rich?
So many. The last
Name
one
one.
was the Supreme Humara. Oh,
Okay.
actually, no. The last one was the
Something at Complex Con,
the
perhaps.
Complex Con. It was the Rocks.
Okay.
The Rock Air Force ones.
Well,
Does partial retail count?
No, full retail, dude. Full retail.
I had a gift card. Does that count?
No.
Yeah. He
Really?
paid. But did you pay for the? No, that
no,
gift card was
see,
given to
what
you.
was the last
Yeah.
shoe you paid?
that you paid out of
cash?
your money.
Off-white Prestos.
Off-white Prestos.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the last sneaker that you paid retail for that you kept? I'm just saying. What was that?
Wow.
No, I bought the Noel Gallagher shoes that you made fun of me for.
I didn't make fun of you for those.
I may have.
Yeah, I bought the Noel Gallagher Garwin. So.
There you have
Okay.
it.
this summer.
Took you a while to get there, though.
Paulo Campbell 3 on Twitter is asking, what was the better era in sneaker culture, this year or 5 to 10 years ago? I'm going to say 5 to 10 years ago just because personally, I wasn't quite as jaded as I am now. So everything seemed more exciting.
I think it's just, it's hard to look at it objectively, you know, because 10 years ago, you know, I had a fucking blast, but I was also 21 years old, you know, being in your 30s now, it's like, you just have a different association with it, especially working in it, so you don't know if it's like...
How about if you remove yourself from that? Can you remove yourself?
I don't know if I can,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Because you're not experiencing it firsthand anymore. Like, it might actually be more fun right now because there's so many fucking amazing sneakers coming out all the time. But
so many Adidas.
That you can afford with your gift cards? Okay.
Rich, what's your answer?
I'm going to say now.
All right.
I'm going to say now just because there's a lot and better sneakers coming out.
We have a couple more questions to get through. We have someone asking us on Twitter, ugliest shoe of the year. For me, I'm going to say Balenciaga Triple S.
Yeah,
I still can't believe that's a real thing. Rich, you got a pick?
We saw a lot of those at Complex Con.
I'm going to say these semi-frozen yellow Yeezys. Again.
Okay,
Like, this is a
fair
bad
enough.
sneaker.
We have one more question before we get out of here. This is an interesting one. The guy, this is at Bray, he says, Rich is affiliated with brands on a different level. He's asking, has anyone ever told you the story of a secret society within a well-known brand that has a whiteboard of certain influencers they have labeled sneaker thoughts? So I want to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, my answer is no. I don't
want to
know
get
the
to the
story,
bottom of
but
this. I
I
want
need
to know
know.
which brand,
Yeah.
and are we on that whiteboard?
I think no. I mean, I've definitely.
So you know.
It's not sneaker thoughts, but
Oh.
I've spoken to people who are not at brands, but at retailers, at large retailers.
Okay.
Who have taken people off of sort of influencer programs because the influencers chose to work with other retailers and dabble and just spread the seed.
So they want to keep their people loyal, is what you're saying? Like,
Well, like if they were getting paid to,
oh, they were getting paid. I got
yeah,
you.
they were
Okay.
getting paid to do content for insert name of big footwear retailer, and then all of a sudden,
Which retailer?
but they're posting stuff like,
gotcha.
doing content or getting seeded by other retailers on their Instagram. I think that probably.
So does that constitute a sneaker thought? Because I'm still trying to get to the bottom of what
we
a sneaker
want
thought
this-
is.
I think that
We want
kinda-
him to
but
break this
you
down
get what I'm
for
saying?
us.
Like on that.
That is it. On that, we're gonna get out of here. That is the end of Full Size Run Show. By the way, I still have not gotten my NERD Adidas. By the way, but I still would gladly take them. B, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Peace.
Listen, this is important. I need you to subscribe. They're going to make me keep wearing these fake Skechers Yeezys until we hit 50,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to Soul Collector on YouTube. Now.